Yo, this is Politics as Usual with RC episode 9. We up to episode 9. RC, what's good, man?
Live and direct.
Yeah, man. Your man Trump, man, he
That's not my man no more, son.
he's not your man no more.
Nah, that
right?
nigga is a
What?
deranged maniac, bro.
Oh, man, you cut Trump off?
I gotta cut something off. He ain't no good no more, man. He done lost his damn mind, bro.
So what you feel about the executive order he signed banning the cashless bonds?
Yo, I want to know if he ever got in a fight in his life. Because he make just empty threats all day long. Read the executive order. The executive order say they going to withhold, they going to stop cashless bond. First of all, it's not an executive order saying we going to do this and this is the new law starting today. It's the executive order saying, yo, we want to aim to bring back cash bail for violent crimes, which they got cash bail for. You know what I'm saying? You only get no cash bail for non-violent crimes. So he not doing nothing. And then he got no power over the states. This is where everybody, knowing social studies, you know what I'm saying? National, state, local. The states have their own rights. Local municipalities have their own rights and come up with their own laws. That's why that cashless bail fly in New York City, but you don't hear about that in too many other parts of the state. It's a county-dependent thing, a municipality-dependent thing. So he's saying he's going to withhold funding. They're just going to sue you, bro. And he been losing in court a lot. So it's like, son, what's wrong with this? I don't know. Something wrong with this nigga, man. In D.C., he can kind of do what he want because, D.C. is federal property at the end of the day.
That was what I was going to get into next. He got, the military out in D.C. He's saying, ain't really been no crimes out there. And his plan is to do the same thing in Chicago. You think it's going to be as effective as D.C.?
You can't do the same thing in Chicago. The reason why there was, Marines and shit in L.A. because the governor is in charge of the National Guard. The president would have to send, the military, the armed forces, you know what I'm saying? Which the National Guard is one of the armed forces, but, you know what I'm saying? Each state's reserves, the governor's in charge of that. So, no, he can't do that. It's not going to happen. It's literally not going to happen, bro. Maybe in certain states, certain red states that might be with it. Maybe in the Texas, you know what I'm saying? Maybe in a Kentucky or some shit like that. But nah, bro, it's not happening. It's a bunch of smoke screens. It's all a diversion from the Epstein files. Release the files. This is all all this shit ain't even really possible. All this shit not even really possible. It's plays. They running plays, my nigga. No jumper is in the White House. You heard they running plays in the White House.
So you don't think he gonna pull up? Cause Trump, he play by his own rules. So you don't think he gonna be able to do it in Chicago? And I think he said something crazy like a week. He'll have it clean.
He can't do it. And on top of that, crime is down. So this is stirring up fear so that way they can lock more people up. The jails is going down. I mean, the jails is emptying out. It's not as much violent crime being committed. If you look at the news, there's some stupid shit happening every day, but not at the rate at all that it used to happen. It's happening at not even a third of the rate. You know what I'm saying? So they trying to change shit up. They trying to stir shit up. You saw the shit where the son threw the sandwich at the FBI nigga in D.C.
Nah, I ain't
It was
that.
FBI. They had, you know how they got the hero ass son. They out there in the bulletproof vest and all that. Son is out there going off. Yo, you are a tyrant. Yo, just going off on them niggas. Yo, the forefathers just violating. Son had a Subway sandwich in his hand. He threw the Subway sandwich right at dude. Boom.
He threw Jared favorite dinner.
Jared favorite meal or something. So paying Bondi and them like, yo, we coming to his house. They came to that nigga house. They had it all on the news. Oh, we came and got this felonious Subway sandwich assaulter, and we gonna charge him to the utmost. Grand jury said no, we not indicting that nigga on no felony.
Yeah, it's a that's like a
misdemeanor. It's a
misdemeanor.
Get out of here. So it's like they just doing all this shit.
He might go in the precinct for an hour or two, get a desk, take a parent's ticket, come back to court. It's community service.
It's all a diversion. They interviewed the damn Ghislaine Maxwell chick. Shorty got found guilty of perjury twice. How the hell you have a private interview with her with the fucking deputy, what's her name? Deputy Attorney General. What the fuck is going on? And they gonna let her out. They gonna let her out, bro. They're gonna let her out. That's what's going on. Israel runs the world. This is all diversions. Like they slowly trying to drift away by Trump doing ridiculous shit in America. Nah, bro. Israel runs the world through blackmail. Donald Trump was flying around in that plane and hanging out with Epstein with little kids. Yeah, man. It's real. They said, Melania trying to sue because niggas saying that Epstein hit it first and passed it to Trump. It's some crazy shit going on, son. And they trying to talk about shit that he cannot do. They got a bunch of dumbass people. I ain't gonna lie. This is why people think when you got old white people in power, things run better. Because look at this shit. Look at this shit that's going on. This nigga hiring a bunch of motherfucking podcasters and shit. And look at what's going on. You know? They wanted to attack diversity when shit was diverse. It wasn't this ridiculous. At least niggas was intelligent. Niggas was well informed. Niggas wasn't just going off the cuff. This nigga did his own thing and this whole shit is fucking up because he did his own thing to sabotage America. I don't know who he working for, but he working for somebody.
Working for himself.
It's not for the American people, bro.
No, it's for the American people. Trump and business for Trump.
And Israel.
Yeah, man. So what you think he gonna do next though?
Literally every day is something. Sun wake up. Like, yo, the sun was shining real bright today. I'm gonna pass an executive order, put a solar panel on everybody's roof. We're gonna make America greener one day at a time. Although he don't believe in global warming. That nigga crazy, son. I ain't gonna lie, son. He really don't understand how a lot of this shit works, bro. Like if you watch his moves on a day-to-day basis and the stuff that he tries to get done, he really don't understand how a lot of this shit works, huh? And he think he just gonna force it through because he the president. Certain things, yeah. When it comes to like international shit, foreign policy and all that, he's king. He can do what he wants, really. But here, it don't work like that, bro. It really don't. And that's why you see all this shit with the gerrymandering and stuff now. Because, and which is deeper than that. Like, if we gonna be fair, the Democrats started the gerrymandering first, right? Obama and Eric Holder and them niggas was doing that shit. Gerrymandering is pretty much where you pretty much reorganize the voting district, right? So, if say, I take the Star for instance. The Star, you know, is borders or whatever. All right, we're gonna call it the first voting district. That's the first voting district. They realign the district lines, like they move around the district lines based off population, based off, you know what I'm saying, people who voted, you know what I'm saying, like if, all right, fucking, how can I explain this shit? All right, let's say it's, Bed-Stuy, Crown Heights, two neighborhoods next to each other. Let's say
East New York, Brownsville.
Yeah, like East New York, Brownsville. Let's say it's 100,000 people in both neighborhoods, right? All right, let's say maybe in 2010, it was maybe 70,000 out the 100,000 in Bed-Stuy was black. Now 2020, or let's say 2020, 70 out the 100,000 was black. Now 2025, we're gonna say maybe 50 out the 100,000 is black, right? And in neighboring Crown Heights, say 50 out the 100,000 is black, right? In 2020. Now 2025, let's say maybe 40 out the 100,000 is black. They gonna realign the voting district so that way it pretty much encompasses majority of the white people and some of the black people. You know what I'm saying? So instead of that voting district maybe being two different things for each neighborhood, they're gonna remake one new one that will, in that district, will encompass the majority of the white people and some black people, to where it would be a majority white district. And in those areas, the majority of white districts are, predominantly Republican. You know what I'm saying? So that's what they was trying to do. But the Democrats did that shit first with Obama and Eric Holder pretty much doing that shit and realigning shit to make sure, the Democrats always have a seat in power. Now the Republicans is returning the favor, but they returning the favor, it wouldn't be as big of a deal if them niggas wasn't just dick riding how they just dick riding Trump. They just letting this nigga do the dumbest shit in the world. They not saying nothing to this nigga. Nothing. And it's really the Israel shit that started to become a problem. They're not saying nothing to this nigga. So, California doing it back. Newsom is really, he's trying to make this as a push for him to run for president in 2028. But they doing it back because it's the biggest state. New York talking about doing it too because they the fourth biggest state. Florida talking about doing their shit. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a battle, but really if New York and California do it, it's kind of over.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, he just going to be fighting that shit, man. And, bro, the nigga getting richer while in office. I think his net worth done doubled or some shit like that. Yo, bro, he I ain't gonna lie. It's sad. It's sad. This is what the Second Amendment was for. That's all I'm saying.
You regretting your vote now, or you still would have picked Trump over Kamala?
I would have picked Trump over Kamala, but right now, like my bro P say, I would have just wrote in Cornel West. I still would have picked Trump over Kamala because no matter what, with the Democrats, you would have got more censorship. Remember when the Gaza-Israel shit first popped off, and nigga shit was getting taken down off Instagram. They was putting shit up saying, oh, this is not true. It's a fucking video of them blowing up a building. And it's some shit saying this might not be true. Fact check, da-da-da-da. It would have been way more censorship with the Democrats. They would have been sending money to Israel the same way. It would have been the same issues with with foreign policy. It would have been a lot of the same problems, bro. The issues people got with the immigrants being rounded up, nigga, it would have been more and more immigrants coming through. It would have been the same problem. So nah, I don't regret picking over Kamala. But it's just sad, bro. It's gonna be J.D. Vance versus Gavin Newsom in 2028. Remember I said that.
So going forward, you think it's gonna be go back to the traditional way with politicians becoming president, or it's gonna be another Trump, these influencers and celebrities becoming president?
I think it's going to be these influencers and celebrities. Not really. It's going to be a combination of both. Because you're going to have a person who's going to be a career politician. He'll have whatever he may do in his personal life, whatever he may do for a career to enter politics. But with Trump, it's become such a thing for the billionaires. And yes, now we have oligarchs in America. Oligarchs is pretty much billionaire niggas who dictate government. Now we got them niggas in America. Bro, they're going to be behind every president until the people really stop that shit. So, it's a combination of both. Yeah, it's going to be politicians. The people's not going to just go for somebody who decided to run for president for the first time. You know what I'm saying? People's not going to go for this again, I don't think. But whoever you see from now on, until it's made obvious that we breaking away from billionaire niggas buying the presidency, is going to be a politician nigga propped up behind some billionaire nigga, and as soon as he get in office, he going to just start writing shit off for the rich. Because, like, Trump showing you, it'll happen and the people really won't give you the backlash that they've always been afraid of. The people's finally distracted enough.
Yo, what you know about this dude? I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing his name right. Zoran, the dude running for mayor. What you know about him?
Mom Donnie?
Yeah, because it seemed like he just popped up out of nowhere. I never heard of him until maybe earlier this year. I'm like, yo, who is this dude?
I think he was in city council or some shit for a little while. I don't know.
Alright, so
But
he got some history, but you don't know too much
I don't know
about
too
him.
much. But he young. He a year older. I think like 34. You know what I'm saying? He around my age. He young. So
that's a plus, because it's kind of where these super old dudes getting these political spots and all that. Also, he young. All right, that's a plus. But it's like, yo, he just came out of nowhere. Like, who is this dude?
And then him young being a plus is because no matter what these older dudes is talking, they've played and seen politics as usual go on for so long that once they get their shot, they gonna play politics as usual. You know, these younger dude is hopefully a fresh face and new energy into the political field, and is not going to just come and play politics as usual. But it's a lot of money and it's a lot of power in politics. And who knows, you know, absolute power corrupts absolutely. So you got to see how he do when he is finally sitting in the seat. But I ain't gonna lie, I'm kind of starting to change my tune toward voting for Son. But Son got to chill. He got to tell the truth and say that he is going to raise taxes. He's going to raise taxes like a motherfucker. Because that's the only way he's going to be able to get all that social program shit done. You know what I mean? So he got to tell the truth about that. If you raise taxes and you're able to do that, and your city-funded grocery shit doesn't, like, hurt small businesses, you know what I mean? All right. But, yo, New York is doing bad, son. New York is doing bad. It's not like this place is getting... They builded a bunch of shit that nobody's moving into. New York is doing bad, son. So we're going to see how you roll your first 4 years, because it look like you're going to win, bro.
You think he won't win?
He going to win.
So Adams is out of here.
Adams is out of here, bro. He's not going... He ain't going to win, bro.
Would you think he going to try to go for governor, or he just going to gracefully bow out of politics?
What would he do?
You can't go back down.
You can't go back down. I think...
That's like, what's his name? What was the other governor name? Cuomo?
Oh, Cuomo?
Yeah,
Cuomo. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. The man in New York City is probably the second biggest politician in the country after the president. You know what I'm saying? So, if you're going from the governor to the mayor in New York, I ain't mad at you. But Cuomo, he ain't gonna win because he politics as usual. He keep talking about Israel and shit. No, nobody want to hear that shit no more. Mom Dami's a Muslim, so that's what, he ain't really got no stance on Israel. Remember, I'm telling y'all, Israel gonna be a big deal in like a month or two when it comes time for this New York City election. Israel's gonna be a big deal.
I'm surprised Bloomberg never ran for president, because he changed the game. He was the mayor 3 times. It was like he got that bread. He a billionaire, so he is able to get a 3rd term as mayor.
If I was really worth $35 billion, I wouldn't want to be the president either. That nigga probably worth like $80 billion, some shit. That nigga rich. That nigga mad rich. But we gonna see what Mom Donnie do, man. It's gonna be the first time a young politician really. I think another city had a real young man. I forget what city. Had a man that was in his late 20s or early 30s. I think Detroit or something like that. But yeah, we're gonna see what a young man do.
Yeah, all you politicians, you political figures, man. My vote is for sale to the highest bidder, man. It's politics as usual, so you want my vote? Send that bag.
Don't send the bag.
Nah, send
we
me
gotta
bag.
send the bag.
I'm not voting for nobody.
We gotta send the bag. We gotta send the bag. We got, like I said, how we gotta have the voting blocks. You know what I'm saying? Get everybody sign their name. If we get 50,000 niggas sign their name, everybody sign their name and put $20 behind that shit. So we get 50,000 niggas to sign their name, and we got $20 behind 50,000 people per like each. Yeah. That's $1 million. Now when you come say, yo, we sit down, we meet with the candidate say, yo, you know, I'm gonna do my best to do it, you know what I mean, enact what y'all want. This is the possible legislation I may get drafted up. These are the people that I got in place to help me get it done. You know what I mean? This is what I could do for y'all. And we endorse them and we get them $1 million check without $50,000 votes. That's how you get shit done. Cause this nigga is doing shit for everybody who cut him a check. He got $1 million plates. He got $1 million plates, son. Yo, I'm not even mad. Yo, nah, bro. Yo,
$1 million plates.
I ain't even crazy. Mad. Yo, he hustling like a motherfucker. But like, son, you're not supposed to be the president and do that shit, bro.
Man, Trump is changing the game, man. It's a new world order.
I think he became president because he saw this would be the biggest come up for him. At first, he thought, y'all trying to diss me, and this would be the biggest come up for me, so I'm gonna get it done. Then the second time, this time, he really had to do it to stay out of jail. You know, he pulled it off. But fucking nigga really don't know what the fuck is going on.
Yo, I think I texted you a few weeks back about Trump saying he not gonna pardon Diddy because he found out Diddy was talking bad about him when he was. Yeah. What you think of that? Trump I think they shouldn't have made it public. Yeah. They shouldn't have made it public. You know, now, because I heard that they denying bail and they trying to seek a long prison term. And it's like, bro, how you gonna give him a long prison term for flying out? I mean, for fucking prostitutes and shit. Like what? Like, you know, so it's borderline and unfair now. And Cassie is really trumping up this victim shit when now it's pretty much out in the open. They interviewed a lot of the motherfucking prostitute niggas, and they said, yo, Cassie was the one damn near lining all this shit up. The nigga said nigga was peeing on the bitch too hard. She told her, yo, chill, lighten up, not that right. You know what I'm saying? Like, pause. So, like, word, like, come on, son. Now she the super victim. She's scared for her life. Like, cut it the fuck out, bro. Cut it. Yo, don't forget, he got money. He really put a bag on your shit. You gonna be mad. Sponsor the show, man. We need sponsors, man. We trying to eat. Yeah, you know. Send something. Team Cassie, man. As long as you put the bag on. Hey, Puff got more bread. Send that bag, Puff. Puff is stingy, man. I got niggas that'll sneak that just for men's for you up in the Fed joint. You out here looking like Santa Claus and shit. Shout out my son, man. Free Puff. Oh, yo. Cold, man. Shark Cold ain't breaking no bread, man. Cassie, man. Couple hours, man. On the show, man. They doing Puff dirt now, man. Get you in here. Tell your side of the story. So. But I think if it get crazy, like if they really come and try to hit Puff on some 7 years, 5 years, nah. First he gonna appeal, cause it's like, bro, who the fuck ever got 5 years for this shit? Jack Johnson, the nigga who they made the law for, and get 5 years for this shit. So like y'all really wildin'. You know what I'm saying? What he got? What, the man act? Jack Johnson. I don't think he got we got like a year or two. Yeah. I don't think he got no real time for that shit. Puff about to be approaching a year too. Yeah, Puff about to be. He been in a year next month. Word. Next month make a year. The fastest trial I ever seen in history. I ain't never seen a nigga go to trial on TV, in jail, myself. Yeah, I never seen a nigga go to trial. Lasted forever, it seemed like. What, son? That nigga went to trial, went to trial, finished trial, now waiting for sentencing and all under a year. I've never seen that shit in my life, bro. So, I heard they had sped it up because Cassie was pregnant. Everybody got a right to a speedy trial. You could put in your motion for a speedy trial, and I believe they got 180 days to be trial ready. So, you know what I'm saying? He put in his motion for the speedy trial as soon as he could, and they was trial ready. And apparently they shit wasn't really that good. He got found guilty on the shit he ain't even have to go to trial to get found guilty of. You know what I'm saying? Like, so they're just trying to stop rich black men, my nigga. That's why Jay-Z stayed hidden and out of the way. Yo, speaking of anniversary, we like 2 months out from the 1 year anniversary of politics as usual with RC. So November, we here 1 year, and this episode 9. You know, about to sign out. RC, any last words?
Don't be distracted by the distractions, man. Do all your own homework. Israel and Jewish people is two different things. All right? The government of Israel and Jewish people is two different things. So don't fall for the gavel.